through this message.
A Fox Alert now, a Georgia lawmaker has introduced a new bill. It could seriously restrict the rights of Muslim women to wear burqas and veils in public. Christy Hutchins with News Radio 106.7 joins us with the details.
And Christy, the lawmaker claims this bill only applies to driver's licenses and to drivers, but critics say, it's worded in such a way it could have potentially larger consequences.
That's right. When you read the bill, it makes it sound like anybody, man or female, walking in public cannot have their faces concealed. But Representative Jason Spencer says that's not his intention, and the bill can be modified. But he does think burqas should be banned while driving. He says, quote, people wearing headpieces while driving is a distraction and should be prohibited. He also feels Muslim women should have to show their faces when getting a driver's license, something the Georgia Council of American Islamic Relations says already happens.
You go to get a driver's license, you already have to show your face. Muslim women already do that, no problem. That makes the law unnecessary, and it's also unnecessary for the law to go further and require you to show your face when you're in public minding your own business. It's completely unnecessary. It's blatantly targeting a religious minority.
Now, CAIR plans on fighting the legislation. Representative Spencer says there's already a mask bill in place in Georgia, and his bill just adds to that. He says his constituents fear masked Islamic terrorists, but based on the phone conversation I had with Representative Spencer, it sounds like there's some wiggle room from here, and he's willing to sit down and start having conversations.
Our communities do not plan to take this lying down. We may have a new president, but we do not have a new constitution. This is still America, and we all have the right to live and worship as we please, and we will continue to do so, God willing.
Well, today, the Council on American Islamic Relations also spoke out on an increase in post-election hate incidents targeting Muslims. And Fox anchor Tom Hayes joins us now with more on that.
Well, as Muslim leaders say, they're working on several solutions to combat the problem.
Yeah, guys, today the council discussed 3 specific solutions to help fight against this type of harassment and protect their rights, houses of worship, and their communities. The first one is creating a hotline for Georgia Muslims and anybody else who is a victim of harassment to call and report incidents of bullying, harassment, and discrimination. The second one's holding a security seminar that will offer guidance on mosque security, how to respond to active shooter situations, as well as discuss self-defense tips for women. And the third one is interfaith outreach, which will provide a plan to renew and expand efforts to deliver educational presentations about Muslims across the state, particularly in areas where incidents of bigotry occur.
Every time they taunt a Muslim woman they see on the street, every time they vandalize a mosque, they only strengthen our resolve to continue building bridges with our neighbors, to continue worshiping God as we want to worship him. We will not be intimidated. We are going to stand up for our rights, and I think the same is true for the Hispanic community, the Asian community. This is still our country.
The organization also says since Election Day, they've received countless messages of support and reassurance from neighbors of various faiths and backgrounds. CAIR is the largest Muslim civil liberties and advocacy organization in America. Russ?
All right, Tom, thanks. It is time now for a look at Sky Fox